Alitalia began its new life as a privatized company on Tuesday, with its first flights taking off and arriving without delay. The first domestic flight from Palermo to Rome arrived on time at 7:25 a.m.
It's a very good flight because I was sleeping all the flight. Because we started very soon in the morning.
After months of tense negotiations during which the future of the company had seemed at risk, Alitalia employees were optimistic.
We are very comfortable about the new management, and we hope in a better future for our company, and in God we trust.
Last spring, Air France-KLM had made a very generous offer. In addition to paying over €2 billion to buy Italy's ailing flag carrier, the group agreed to take on Alitalia's debt worth another €2.8 billion and promised to invest a similar amount in the next 5 years. Air France-KLM's plan foresaw only 2,100 layoffs. Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi blocked the sale of Alitalia to Air France-KLM, saying the airline had to stay in Italian hands. During the summer, he persuaded a group of Italian investors to buy Alitalia after his government changed the laws, allowing the group to buy the airline's best parts and dump the rest, including its massive debts on the state, in other words, on the Italian taxpayers. The new Alitalia was formed from a merger in December of the passenger transport units of the old company and Air One, Italy's second largest carrier.
Basically, the more you look at it, the more it seems to be kind of a dirty deal, in the sense that not much seems to have been done for the good of the country.
The new airline has fewer routes and aircraft and has just 12,500 employees. Close to 9,000 people who worked for Alitalia and Air One have been laid off. On Monday, the new Alitalia's president, Roberto Colaninno, announced the airline had signed a partnership with Air France-KLM. The agreement calls for the Italians to sell a 25% stake to the French-Dutch group for €323 million.
10 months after Air France-KLM made a commitment to buy Alitalia at some conditions, we sold to Air France-KLM the company at a much worse condition for the Italian taxpayer. But unfortunately, the information is not sufficiently documenting this fact, I think.
Italian ownership of Alitalia may be short-lived. Professor Boeri says it's most likely Air France-KLM will buy out the Italian investors and take over the airline in a few years' time. Today, one must wish Italy's new airline good luck. At the same time, it's undeniable the so-called rescue of Alitalia, orchestrated by Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, is an unmitigated disaster, costing at least 7,000 jobs and a bill of €4 billion to be paid by Italian taxpayers. Achtner, PressTV, Rome.